Hey guys, it is Gwen here with a live tutorial for you wonderful ladies and gents. I get asked all the time, how do your wash and goes look so good? What are you doing? What can I do to make my wash and goes look so great? I was just at Lowe's the other morning actually, and the cashier stopped me and she wanted to know what I did to my hair, and I was like, it's just a wash and go. She's like, it's a wash and go. What kind of hair you got? And so I started to explain to her what I do for my wash and goes. The term wash and go is obviously a misnomer. Most people cannot actually wash and go. I am one of those people. There's a process to the wash and go. I'm going to tell you what I already did because I have already washed my hair. I'm going to tell you what I did and what I do every time I do my hair. And then I'm going to show you what I do for the styling part of it, which I think is probably where most people get caught up and can't really get it to do what it do. So hey, good morning, Renee, or afternoon. I'm sorry, good afternoon, Renee. All right, so what I did every single week. You guys know I'm all about speed and saving time and that sort of thing. But lately I've been very cognizant of making sure that I'm spending time on my hair, that I'm making sure that I'm dedicating and committing to what I want to do with my hair. For a long time, I've been fine with my hair length. I grew it out to where I wanted it to be, which is right about armpit length. But it's like kind of like bottom of armpit length, if you will. But lately I've decided that since I come out of my faux locks, which was a few weeks ago, I decided, you know what, I think I want to grow it out because I'm one of those people who I get bored really, really easily, and I like change. And so right now I'm like, okay, I'm on a grow out challenge, if you will, for myself. And speaking of which, I'll actually be mentioning in the Naturalicious Nation not too long from now a challenge that I am going to invite some of you on with me if you'd like to join. Hello, Gloria. Good afternoon. Why do you say good morning? Good afternoon. And so anyway, so every single week since I've taken out my faux locks again, which has been about 3 weeks now, I wash my hair as always with step one, which is the Moroccan Rasoul 5-in-1 clay treatment. So I section my hair as I've always shown you every time I do a live wash and go tutorial. I section my hair into 3 different sections and I wash each section with the product, just like I have always done. If you've ever missed any one of those live wash tutorials, if you Google it, if you look it up here on Facebook, I'm positive you will see it. I've done tons of them, okay? They're also on YouTube. So look up live wash tutorial, Gwen Jameer or Naturalicious, and I'm 100% positive you will find it. All right, so I did that. Once I took that off, I then proceeded to do the deep conditioning and hot oil treatment that I always encourage you guys to do. Now that is going to add about 30 minutes to an hour to your wash day time, but the washing process itself took me like no time at all. And I'm always making sure that I'm detangling with a wide tooth comb. Do not detangle with a small tooth comb or a medium tooth comb. Always, always, always a wide tooth comb. All right, so then I put step 1 back on my hair. I proceed to add step 3 to my hair. Now let me tell you a little secret. When you're doing the hot oil / deep conditioning treatment, and I know a lot of you have adopted this process into your own wash days, when you do it, a really good thing to do is, of course, heat up the oil for your hot oil treatment. But as far as the deep conditioning part goes, section your hair, right? So literally part your hair with your fingers. Take the product, the clay, and actually put it right on your scalp and then rub the hair that's not kind of over here. So if you sectioned so let's say, assuming that your hair is hanging, you're gonna section this part. This is the part of hair that you're working with right here. The rest of this you're not dealing with at the moment. You're gonna put the clay right on your scalp, like, you know, kind of brush it on, and then you're going to work it through the rest of your hair. Then you're gonna take another section, part it with your finger, put it right on the scalp, work the rest through the rest of the hair. Okay, so you're kind of doing several sections of your head. By the time you're done, you probably have done 5 or 6 different sections. That's not only going to, one of the things that I think we miss when we're doing deep conditioning, and we only put the deep conditioner on our hair and we kind of work it through to the ends. But your hair, the rest of your hair is missing all those great minerals and nutrients and things that are designed to condition your hair. If you're not parting it, that part of your hair is not getting it. Only the surface of your hair is getting it. So my tip and trick for you guys is to make sure, if you really want your hair to be soft, for all your curls to pop all over your head, not just in certain sections, make sure that you are sectioning your hair when you put that deep conditioner on. And then after that, go ahead and proceed to put on the warmed up step 3. Put a plastic cap over your head and hang out for 30 minutes to an hour, okay? So I do that. Now, I always tell you guys, make sure you do that at least once a month. I encourage you to do it every single time you wash your hair, but I know some of y'all don't want to do that. Some of y'all are time strapped or what have you. But if you can, and you are actually want to dedicate yourself to this, make sure that you do it every single time. And I will tell you, the more consistent you are with it, the more you do it every time, the more you will see your hair do what you want it to do, and you will have those predictable results with your hair that you want. Like Jewel, like Renee. Renee, I know, does this every time she washes her hair. I know Jewel washes her hair multiple times a week. And so the more you are doing these things, the more you're going to find that you're getting the results that you want. Some people are going to say, I ain't got time for all that. Well, how's that working out for you? You know what I mean? Like, if you've been doing it this way and your hair's been sucking, you haven't been liking it all the time, maybe you should try something new. All right, that's just my thoughts on that. All right, so then after that, after the 30, actually I'll leave it on for an hour, take that off, and then I proceed to put on step 2, which is the moisturizer, Moisture Infusion Styling Cream, and then I put this towel over my head. All right, this is the Naturalicious t-shirt towel. I have it on my head. It soaks up the excess water, but it's not harsh on your hair like a regular towel is. And the nice thing is that it absorbs the water very, very quickly. I've only had this on my head maybe 10 minutes, but you can kind of see that my hair is, see, look, like it's, I mean, obviously you can't feel my hair, but it's pretty, it's not really dry, it's not wet. It's not dry either, but it's definitely, like, I would say about 80% dry, okay? So, and I've only had it on my hair for 10 minutes. So for those of you who want to kind of air dry quickly, because I know air drying takes a long time, it's, This is your go-to. This is amazing. We have it on our website. It's only $29. Okay, so this is my hair, and I hope you can see it pretty well. Let me see if I can turn up the light a little bit. Okay, this is my hair right now. So this is where you guys get caught up. Okay, I haven't done anything to my hair. Yeah, it is super moisturized, and that's because I've been consistently. I've been taking Renee's tip too about putting water in my hair every time I retwist it, but we'll talk about that another day. All right, so here's what you're gonna need. This is where you guys get stuck on these wash and goes. Okay, you're gonna take a blow dryer. You're not going to comb through your hair. Remember, I always say that indirect heat is just fine on your hair. Direct heat is a problem. Direct heat is when you are putting heat directly on your hair, touching your hair. We're not going to do that. We're only using this to dry our hair quicker. I'm also going to use a diffuser attachment. You can get this at Sally's or at Amazon or whatever. I'm going to stick it onto my blow dryer, okay? I'm not going to touch my hair with this. Most times when people use a diffuser, they're actually touching their hair with the heat. We're not going to do that. I'm only using the diffuser to add, to help to spread the air more quickly, okay? Because it's obviously, instead of coming from one source here, it's actually, these prongs are each a different spot for the heat to kind of spread out. So we're doing that to make this go faster. The reason we're going to use this, and the reason we're going to do the blow dryer, is because the shrinkage that you hate comes from when the air mixes, when the oxygen in the air mixes with the wetness of your hair. And as your hair is drying, it's causing it to shrink up. What you want to do is to stop that before it happens as quickly as possible. So hence, instead of completely air drying, we're going to help it along a little bit with the blow dryer, okay? Now, I'm going to start to, and I'm also going to have this on the, I'm going to have this on the hottest setting. Again, this is not touching my hair. Okay, we're not going to go like this. We're just going to kind of blow around it. I'm going to take a little bit of step 2, more step 2, and I'm just going to put it on my hair. Notice when I put this on my hair, I'm not pulling too harshly because I don't want to disrupt the curl pattern. Okay, that is something you do not want to do. When you are trying to do a wash and go, you want as much clumping as possible with your hair. And I'm putting a little bit more of this on my hair because I want to have it as moisturized as possible. But remember, this is also a styling cream. Okay? And so this is going to help to hold the curls longer. And then I'm going to tell you guys what to do when you go to bed at night so that you have this last the next day, okay? Because that's another big question. Like, what do I do on the next day after I'm done? And you gotta make sure your ends have that moisture on them, because the ends is where breakage occurs, but it's also the place where if your hair has not been thoroughly moisturized, you don't have enough product on it, it actually looks really raggedy, okay? All right, so let's get started. We're gonna take this. I'm literally just going to blow my hair. Watch this. It would help if I had it plugged in. Ha! All right, so let's plug it in first. All right, here we go. Notice I'm not touching my hair with it. I'm literally just blowing it, but it's going to be dry by the time I'm done. And I'm scrunching it as I go along. No, Lee, this isn't the replay. You live, baby girl. Welcome. If you are watching this on replay, though, do me a favor and type replay. All right. Notice again, I'm not touching my hair. I'm just using this to help the heat. I'm just using this to help it dry faster. Also, when you put that moisture infusion styling cream on your hair, make sure you put it on your edges because you want your edges to be soft, right? Now this section of my hair is actually pretty dry right now. I'm gonna move on. And also when you're doing this, you're gonna see me do this. I wanna make sure that you get up in this area because you don't want for your the peripheral of your hair to be dry and then the rest of it to be still damp because then it's still gonna shrink, okay? Hey, Renita. All right. So this whole side is dry now, okay? And this whole side is pretty much dry now. Let me see if I can there. This whole side is pretty much dry. And it's dry because I did the towel first, okay? If you try to do this on completely wet hair, it's gonna take forever. So that side is dry. We're gonna move on to this side. You see, it didn't take long at all, right? It's on high heat. But again, not touching my hair, so it's completely fine. This front section's almost dry. You may have to, if your hair is really thick, you may have to kind of lift up some sections to make sure you get up in those roots. Hey everybody, welcome. And I'm constantly feeling to see where the wet spots are. Look at this, you guys. Look at my hair. This is a wash and go. And this, by the way, is type 4 hair. Okay, I don't have like type 3C or anything like that. This is how I do my wash and goes every week. And wash and goes are really, really great, obviously. They are the least, they're the style that requires the least manipulation, which means that it has the least manipulation, which also means that it has the least opportunity for breakage, okay? So my hair is pretty much dry. I'm gonna go through it one more time, but as you can see, yes, the clumping is there, the curl definition is obviously there. And I'm just going to go through it one more time because I feel like some more, I feel like a few damp areas. Hang on one second. Hey, Kaden! Can you bring me the pick? I'm going to use a pick to make it bigger. Sorry to call my kid. This is, you can use any hair dryer, Tiffany. This is I've had this blow dryer since I was in college, and I've been out of college a long time. Can you bring me the hair pick, please? Thanks. But this is a Yellowbird. It's not fancy. I've had it forever. This is a $3 attachment that did not come with this. I just have it attached here. I got it from Sally for maybe like $3. So you can use any dryer. The dryer is not important. Thanks, babe. It's more or less the technique of what we're doing. So whatever blow dryer you have at home already is, I'm sure, perfectly fine. But you do want to make sure you get in a diffuser attachment, okay? So I feel a few damp spots, so I'm just going to get up in those. Because remember, wherever it's damp, it's where it's going to eventually shrink, right? So we're trying to avoid the shrinkage as much as possible, right? So you want to make sure you dry it all when you're done. Okay, so it's pretty much done. So you can see, like it looks pretty good right now, but I'm not done. I am now going to use my pick, okay, that my lovely son just brought to me. I'm going to pick it out a little bit just because I want some volume. And when I pick it out, I'm going to pick out just the roots. Notice that I am not going to the ends. I'm not picking it out like this. I'm literally going to where the pick is naturally stopping. So look how much more volume this side has just now versus this side. And I haven't even finished picking it out, okay? And I'm going in layers to do this, okay? Because you have to go kind of inside your hair to get it all. Because I like big hair. It's not a magic hair dryer, Stephanie. You must have just joined and missed what I said. It doesn't matter what hair dryer you use. Whatever hair dryer you already have is fine. It's the technique of what I was doing. Okay, so that side's done. I'm just kind of picking it up, just for volume. This is not to pick out the curls. You don't want to mess with these curls because this is where the definition is. If you start picking all the way to the ends, you're going to ruin your curl definition, and you don't want that, okay? When you put the comb in, it's going to eventually stop on its own. And when it stops, just move on to the next section. Okay? All right, so now I like to kind of shake my hair out. All right? And then I decide how I'm going to wear my hair for the day. So sometimes I like to, I wish this light was, let's do that. That works a little bit better. All right, so there. Can you guys see it better now? So you guys can see how defined it is, how curly it is. Tell me what lighting works best. Does that work good? Does that work? I want to make sure you guys can see the curls. Does that work good? Okay. You guys can see this, right? And it's all dry, right? My hair is all dry and it's full. And I can completely just wear it like this now. Okay? Okay, great. I'm glad you guys can see it better. Oh, the attachment is a diffuser. Yeah, it's just a diffuser attachment. I actually mentioned this a couple times, so you must have joined after I mentioned it, Stephanie. But it's a $2 or $3 diffuser attachment from Sally's. You can use it on any blow dryer. It's not magic. It's really, and it's only designed, I'm only using it to disperse the air better. If you notice, I never touched my hair with the blow dryer. Never once. It was just for the purpose of drying my hair faster to avoid the shrinkage as much as possible. All right. So if you do what I'm telling you, what I just showed you guys to do, if you do what I just showed you guys to do, you will have like the no, please don't say you're sorry. no need to be apologetic at all. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that anybody watching knows that they can use any blow dryer. Like I don't want people to think they have to go out and get some like fancy schmancy expensive blow dryer or expensive attachment. Like you can literally do this with whatever blow dryer you already have. You probably already have one. And if you don't have one, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a fancy one. You can get a basic blow dryer. Just make sure that it either comes with a diffuser attachment or that you buy a diffuser attachment. It's probably cheaper to just buy a diffuser attachment because I think they're a lot cheaper than buying one that already has the diffuser along with it. So yeah, please don't be apologetic. You're totally fine. I just wanted everybody to understand that it has nothing to do with the tool, because I think a big question that always comes up whenever people see tutorials, they're like, oh, what kind of comb did she use? Or what kind of blow dryer did she use? Or what, pick or what have you. And it's a lot less about the specific tool that they use than it is about the technique that that person is doing. And so I just kind of want to drive home the fact that anybody who's watching this can do it. Not just if you go out and spend a bunch of money. That's all. So, so you guys like my hair? If you like my hair, give me some love. But this is my wash and go. Okay, you can see it's full, it's defined. You can see the curls. You can see it's shiny. Okay. And so when I go to bed at night, okay, when I go to bed, this is what I do. I take this band. I have several of these. You can get this from anywhere. Rite Aid, Walgreens, Sally, Amazon, Target, wherever, okay? But you want to make sure it is a wide band, not a little tiny ponytail holder. You want a wide ponytail holder, okay? Okay, you're going to take this and put this around your neck. And you can actually wear this as a style if you want to as well. You want to make sure when you do this that all your hair goes up in it and it goes up into a puff like this, okay? Like I said, I could totally just wear my hair like this if I wanted to, all right? You're going to do that. And then I take my scarf. Make sure it is silk or satin. Silk or satin. Silk is better. If you can't get your hands on silk, make sure you get satin. Make sure it's a 100% silk or 100% satin. It should not be polyester and satin, okay? So you're going to take this. Sorry, hold on. Take this. And I'm going to just fold it, okay, like so. Like so, okay? And I'm going to put it around my edges. Tie it up. Oops. Okay, I'm going to tie it up like this. Okay? I don't put anything on here because I don't want to smash it down. I want it to remain full the next day. I'm going to sleep on a silk pillowcase or a satin pillowcase. So this is going to be protected, and so is this. Okay? My edges are the reason for me putting the scarf on is so that my edges stay as laid down as possible. I don't want them slicked down because I tend to like a natural edge. I don't like that like super slicked like look where it almost looks like you have like a relaxer here and then like natural hair. Looks strange to me. So I like for my edges to be as natural, but I don't want them to be like crazy looking. So this is to keep those edges soft because you've already moisturized it very well when you did the initial product, when you put the initial product on your hair. You're going to sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase and go to sleep. Another thing that you can do if you are dead set on making sure that you put the scarf over your head, or if you don't have a silk or satin pillowcase, and I highly suggest that you go get yourself one, is you can do the same thing with a ponytail, and then you can, oh, I'm tired of knotting this thing. Then you can go ahead and you can take your scarf, go like this, okay, kind of fold it in half a little bit, and you can put this over your head like so and wrap up, but leave this loose so that it doesn't get smashed too much, okay? And then just go ahead and tie your scarf like that. So that's one of two ways that you can sleep at night. So in the morning, patience is required in the morning, okay? Do not get impatient and think that your curls won't show, because they will. But remember, you've probably been sleeping, and so it's gonna be a little smush, it's gonna be a little flat. But you're gonna take that that ponytail holder off, and you're just gonna shake it out. And you're gonna do that before you wash your face, before you brush your teeth, before you do any of that stuff, because once you shake your hair out, it is going to take a little bit of time, a few minutes, for your curls to start to fall in place and to form again. But if you do what I said, they will form, okay? So just take that off before you wash your face, before you brush your teeth, before you do anything, and after you take a shower though, okay? And just let the curls kind of form themselves, and you will find that they form, and you can wear your wash and go for the next day. Now on the third day, you may need to re-moisturize. I tend to moisturize my hair every day or every other day. Lately, I've been doing it every other day, but you should know your hair, okay? And you may have to learn your hair. You may have to do it every day, and there is nothing wrong with that, okay? When you re-moisturize your hair, I'm gonna take step 2. And again, you wanna keep the clumping, right? You wanna keep those clumps, you wanna keep that definition. So you're not gonna rake through your hair. You're gonna take the product like this. You're gonna put it on your hand, and you're just gonna do like this. This is what I call the open palm moisturizing method. Okay, your hands are open and you're moisturizing those ends. That keeps your hair moisturized, it keeps the ends intact, and all that great stuff, okay? You may also need to repick your hair out, which is totally fine, but that is basically how I keep my wash and goes going from day to day and I usually can wear my wash and goes for about 7 days. But again, I get bored pretty easily, so I tend to end up only rocking the wash and go for maybe like 3 or 4 days, and then I start doing like a twist out or something like that. But you can totally make your wash and goes last a long time if you do this process. So again, this is my hair, totally dry now. Didn't take that long for it to dry because of the process that I did. So if you missed any part of this video and you want to know how to really get a really great wash and go, this is how you do it. And the more you pick out, the more volume you have. The other really amazing tip is that if you do the nighttime routine that I told you to do, you'll find that your hair will actually separate even more the next day. So it's already full today. So tomorrow it's going to be fuller, and it'll get fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller until you decide to retwist, or I'm sorry, twist your hair up, or as a wash day, or what have you. But one of the keys to making this work really amazingly well is that you have to be consistent with your hair care in general, okay? You've got to be washing your hair every week. You've got to be deep conditioning and deep conditioning and hot oil treating on a consistent basis, because even though the technique, the styling process that I showed you, that's just the styling process, right? That's like the icing on the cake. The rest of it is the hair health care part, and you have to make sure you keep up with that, okay? So I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you guys, but my wash and go is done. I hope you guys like it. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Mwah. Bye-bye.